Hi, everybody. I'm Lee Cade, and this is Vinny. Today, we are continuing our Voices of Valley series, where we travel around Valley Behavioral Health and talk to the different folks that make up this incredibly large organization spanning 3 states and serving close to 20,000 clients, if you can believe it. And one of the people that actually helps quite a few clients in his own right is Justin Northway. He's an LCSW out at the ValleyWest program. Thank you so much for joining us today, Justin.
Thank you.
What exactly is an LCSW for folks that don't know?
Licensed clinical social worker, someone that has gone to school, gotten a master's degree in social work, and has done 2 years under the supervision of someone else and is fully licensed to practice on their own.
Excellent. So you work out at the ValleyWest program. How long have you been out there?
About 2 years now.
About 2 years. And Did you work somewhere prior to that?
Yeah, I've worked for the Division of Child and Family Services for 7 years. I work at uni and I still do some PRN work there at the receiving center. I've worked at Intermountain Medical Center in the trauma department, and then I came here.
You know, something I've noticed, kind of like a through line for almost every social worker that I've talked to, you guys don't just take it easy. You're all just full speed ahead. And you're still working at another job. I know Valley's keeping you really busy too. That's amazing. So what brought you into social work?
I kind of feel that people are called into it. There's a calling to it. I went to school with the plan to go to business school, got accepted in and didn't like it. Went back and started doing some of the classes that I enjoyed, and it ended up being psychology. Kind of steered me there and just kept going.
Did you find yourself just getting fired up by helping people?
I enjoy people. I enjoy what makes us different. I do enjoy helping people. I have family members that struggle with mental health. Well, and my own mental health, understanding why we do the things we do, what kind of leads us to see the world in the way we see it, and then helping others to achieve their maximum potential.
That's awesome. So what do you folks focus on out at ValleyWest?
I work on the adult unit, and it's a family-based program. We have a department working with the kids. We're working on integrating more family approach and style, as we know that we live in systems, and the family system is one that you can't just address one component of the system. We need to address the family. We need to address those around the kids, the adults, and work together. That's kind of the integration we're working on. My focus is generally the adult population, and we're working with people with persistent, pervasive mental health issues. A lot of my clients have schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, the gamut of mental health.
Day after day, you're helping folks try to achieve their best potential. You're trying to help people work through, and especially when you're working with people with schizophrenia, they sometimes have an internal voice that's almost counteracting anything else that's being told to them externally. How do you keep yourself motivated day after day? This is an incredibly demanding job.
One of my favorite populations is those that struggle with schizophrenia, because the empathy I have, talking with them day in and day out, hearing their stories and their struggles and helping them battle that struggle. It's an internal struggle. A lot of times my clients just want to be able to vent and talk about these voices and how they influence them, how they impact them. And that venting they don't do to family. Family don't want to hear it. Friends, they're afraid to tell. They can come in my office and know that they're safe. We can talk about those and we can challenge them. We can look at how it impacts them and how can we reduce that impact of the voices and the internal dialogues.
That's amazing. What do you think, from an outsider's perspective, what do you think they would find most surprising about the work you do?
How amazing these people are. My clients are what motivate me, what keep me going. They are just resilient and strong people. And I think I'm strong, but I look at them and just the fight they go through every day. And I've sat down with some of these guys and they might look out of it, but if you get into a subject they love, I have a guy that I've worked with and his guitar skills are off the chart. I'm a big music fan, and he could have opened for Metallica or any of those bands any day, and I would have paid to see him. And if you looked at him, you would never know that. I have another one that looks flat and doesn't engage and doesn't talk. But if you talk about 80s music, he'll sing, he'll dance in your office, and he comes to life. And that's what is that motivating factor, is how can I bring that out, and how can we enhance those things that bring such quality to their lives and brings quality of lives of others. But
That's
humans we're all the same. We all need the same things.
So you've been with Valley for a couple of years now. What, from your perspective, and then before that, what have you found in your experience? What values can a company have that make your work more rewarding?
I think a company that values its employees and treats their employees with the same qualities that they want us to embed into our clients is the company that I want to work for. I really feel that if we got to support our clinicians. We need to support our staff. It's an amazing hard job. From the second we walk into the door at Valley, those people that are office staff that welcome our clients and make them feel heard and feel welcome to come in and talk about their problems. I think the way we treat our employees is the way that we treat our clients. It's a company philosophy that has to be there. But I think that's what brings and keeps employees. We look at retention, and Valley has lots of young therapists, and we need to work to make people feel welcome, to make our clients feel welcome. When I walk in, having a team that works together, that I can staff with, that they can staff with me, open door policy. I think that's what really leads an environment that's cohesive. This work is hard. You take on the world's problems on you, and you can't do it alone. And we got to do it as a community. And I think Valley, which has been the goal, is to create that community that builds an environment that people want to stick around and work.
So you've been at this a while now. What's next for you?
I wish I knew. I'm one that I go where it's kind of led. I feel that through my process, I've been led to where I need to go, to who I need to help, and where I feel I need to be. I hope it's to take on some leadership roles. I really enjoy mentoring new therapists, and we have a ton of new therapists. I currently supervise 2. One just got their L. So Cheryl and Karen, amazing therapists, and mind-blowing that their skills and their development and how well they work with their clients. And that's been a fun part of this job, is I've worked with 4 or 5 clinicians and helping them to become the best clinicians they can, to teach themselves not to beat yourself up, not to take this work home, and to take care of yourself, because this work is hard. Teaching them, hey, notes are great, we need to do them, but they don't have to be 2 pages long. You're going to kill yourself. And the thing I want my clinicians that work with me and train with me to understand is I want them to persevere the storm, make it through, and be able to provide good quality notes, but succinct. And even myself, I hone that skill as I go through my career.
If you were in a situation where you were able to talk to somebody who was considering a career in social work, and it was your job to suddenly give them that pep talk that made them make up their mind that that's the life they want to give, what would you say to that person who is considering this line of work?
I would say that this job can be one of the most rewarding jobs in the world. I would say make sure this is something that you want to do, because sometimes the reward, compensation financially, your time, your mental health can be affected. My words of advice to someone is be motivated by the people you work with. Take care of yourself. And if you're able to have strong boundaries and work hard and understand that you're going to make an impact, not only in the world, in one person's life, it's going to affect their kids, their kids' kids, because you see that through trauma. It's passed through generations.
Right.
And this is one way that one person can change the world.
That's awesome. Justin, thank you so much for your time and your insight.
Thank you.